Hello, my name is Alex Jose Dennis, and this is my external PBI presentation. My domain is film and communication, and I'm doing my internship at Hippie Films as a video editor under the mentorship of Mr. Vimal Jostachal. Here, I worked on multiple projects such as music videos, advertisements, and films. My duties involved organizing the rushes, creating the various cuts, creative involvement in the editing process, communicating with the other post-production departments, creating titles, and finally promotional materials such as trailers and preview copies, and materials for festivals, as we worked with a lot of independent films which would be sent to various film festivals. I was given the opportunity to edit a short film called Four Amos, written and directed by Gagandev. Four Amos is about the character of Arun, who is a writer, and the events following a visit from his friend Raju, requesting him to write a eulogy for Raju's father-in-law. Being a story revolving around Arun and his isolation from the events around him, required its visual language to communicate these themes as well. We began by preparing the first assembly of the film. This is the sequence of footages arranged as per the storyboard or the working script order. As the film consisted of multiple sequences, the footages are grouped together into multiple smaller sequences. All the footages that is to be used in the film is reviewed at this stage. After which, we moved on to creating a rough cut, also known as the first cut. This is the first edit of the film where all footages are trimmed and arranged according to the screenplay. Editing ideas planned in the pre-production stage of the film are tried out here. We set the aspect ratio of the film from 16:9, in which it was shot in, to 4:3. This restricted how much the viewer could see, but also allowed us to bring more focus into the subject and allow to enter the mind of the protagonist. Creating the first cut gave us an idea of how much information from the script has been communicated on screen. The next stage involved a series of fine cuts, where the film is scrutinized and re-edited to improve the narrative, pacing, and overall impact of the film. This stage involved identifying low points in the narrative, establishing and understanding thematic connections between scenes, splitting up and rearranging scenes. Some editing techniques used to enhance the emotion of the film were jump cuts. Jump cuts are where continuous footage is broken into smaller clips with a time jump in between each cut. This allowed us to communicate a large portion of the scene without breaking the pace of the film. Match cuts. This is a cut from one frame to another with a common element such as an object, color, or composition is kept as a constant. As seen here, the face of the invitation card is kept as a common element between these frames. Constructive editing. As opposed to starting a shot from the establishing shot to the closest shot to give context of the character's location and their position with respect to one another, here we also use closer views of the space with position, angle and direction of eye lines and common knowledge of space to construct the geography of the scene. This method allows the viewer to engage with the story as they imagine the space subconsciously while viewing the film. And finally, montage. This is a compilation of various clips when placed together creates a meaning. Since the movie ends on a note of abstraction of the themes it follows, we created a montage stream-like sequence to represent the character's state of mind and also open an avenue for the viewer to think about the film and understand its feelings. Moving forward, once the final cut, a cut approved by the director, was ready, we sent them to the other post-production departments such as color grading, sound design, titles, and subtitling. In conclusion, editing plays a major role in forming a film as it sits together each part of the film to the presentation we end up seeing. Through this process, we understood how selection of clips and knowing when to cut can be used to simplify or amplify an emotion. Here is a trailer of the film.
ഞാൻ വന്നതൊരു കാര്യം പറയാൻ വേണ്ടിയാ. എടാ, നീ ഫ്രീ ആണെങ്കിലേ എനിക്കൊരു കാര്യം എഴുതി തരാൻ പറ്റൂ?
എന്ത് കാര്യം?
ഒരാളെ കുറിച്ച് എഴുതാനാ.
ആരെ കുറിച്ച്?
എൻ്റെ അമ്മായിപ്പനെ പറ്റി.
ചേട്ടൻ്റെ അമ്മായിപ്പനെ കുറിച്ചാ?
ആ, അല്ല, നിനക്ക് ബുദ്ധിമുട്ടാണെങ്കിൽ വേണ്ട.
ആ, ഞാൻ എഴുതിത്തരാം, കുഴപ്പമില്ല. എഴുതാം.
എഴുതൂ. ഇനി പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. നീ എഴുതി ഫേമസ് ആയാലേ എനിക്ക് പറയാലോ, എൻ്റെ അമ്മായിപ്പൻ്റെ മരിപ്പ് പ്രസംഗം എഴുതിയത് നീയാണ്.
മരിപ്പ് പ്രസംഗമോ?
Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.